Hey home bakers, it is Jack here back at the Bake with Jack headquarters. I feel like I haven't been here for ages, sitting up on my dining room table, bringing your weekly bread making tip every single Thursday. Yeah, this week I want to talk to you about gluten-free. Gluten-free, yes, gluten-free bread. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so I'm doing a lot of shows. I go to a lot of shows, food festivals and whatnot, and do demonstrations and stuff like that. And the question I get asked the most is, do you do gluten-free bread? And let me take you back to 2015. This is what the answer would have been. Oh, gluten-free. Oh, how unfortunate. I'll tell you what, there is something I'm working on, and it won't be long. I'm working hard on gluten-free options. And one day I will give you a call and I'll have a nice gluten-free bread making course ready for you. And that's what I would say, yeah? In 2015, I put your name on a little list. And that's what I would say. However, since then, I spent a lot of time trying to make gluten-free bread. A lot. Fast forward to 2017, and this is what I say when somebody says, hey Jack, do you do gluten-free bread? You ready? No. But listen, here's why, yeah? I'll tell you why. Gluten is in flour. Bread is made out of flour. In fact, the majority of bread, the most ingredient in the bread recipe is flour. That's why bread tastes like bread, because it's made out of flour, yeah? Wheat flour, okay? That's why bread tastes like bread, because most of it is made out of flour. And if the gluten's in the flour and you want to take the gluten out, you can't just take gluten out of flour. It's not just like decaffeinating coffee where you take the caffeine out of the coffee bean and it's all cool, it's still a bean. It's not like that. It can't be done. I don't think it can be done anyway. Nobody does it. Maybe it can be done. Maybe I need to do it. So listen, if the gluten's in the flour, you take the flour out of the recipe and what you're left with, water, yeast and salt. Can't really make bread with that. So you've got to replace the flour with something. Or anything, literally anything. And every time I talk about gluten-free bread to people, I say it's like this. It's a little bit like making an omelette without using eggs. You got to find something with the characteristics of an egg, with the texture and the flavour and all the properties that come with an egg. That is not an egg. And my friends, you can't make an omelette without cracking an egg. You know what I mean? And so you can't really make bread that tastes like bread and looks like bread. That's bread. That's not got wheat flour in it, because wheat flour is the big thing, okay? And you might say to me, well, why don't you just use gluten-free flour? I'll tell you why, because gluten-free flour is not actually flour. It's a blend of stuff. It might have rice in it, potato starch, tapioca, teff flour, sorghum, all this weird stuff. Not weird stuff, just other stuff that is not wheat. So it will never taste like bread. So I did a lot of trials. I spent a long time trying to make gluten-free bread, replacing it with stuff, reading loads of books, spending money on different ingredients from all over the globe. And I can make something that looks like a baguette, but it never tastes like a baguette. It don't break and rip like a baguette, because the gluten is essential, and that's where my heart is. My heart is in the gluten. Every time I take a nice fresh baguette out of the oven, I want to eat it immediately. Every time I took a gluten-free bread out of the oven, I winced as I put it into my mouth, like, oh no, what's it going to be like? And I'm sorry, listen, if you're gluten-free out there, you're probably not watching my video. If you're gluten-free out there, I'm sorry, it must be horrible for you, it's a shame. But I'm sorry, the answer is no. It's not what it used to be. I spent a lot of time and effort. I tried very hard, but I was never proud of it. And it would be wrong for me to come into your house and teach you how to make something that I'm not proud of and take it out of the oven and go, oh, lovely. Because it ain't. It wasn't. I'm sorry. It would not be the right thing to do. My heart's not there, and therefore I cannot do it. I'm sorry. One day somebody's going to do it and they're going to absolutely change your lives. But my heart is in the wheat and the gluten and all the good stuff that comes with it. And that's it. Listen, if you want to come and see me at an event this year, I'm doing loads all over Surrey. So I'll put a link here and you can come and click on it. Come and see where I'm at. Come and say hello. The majority of them I've got demos at. Some of them I've got a stall out. I'll be here all day for a chat. So please come and say hey. and let me answer your questions. And if you are gluten-free, I'm sorry, it's not me, but it's out there. Somebody will find it and create it one day. It's going to be unbelievable. But until then, it's not me. For all your bread needs, wheat flour bread, full 100% gluten needs, come and find me at an event. Click the link. See you next week.